A very good morning to you. My name is Daniel Wahome and welcome to Sports Check on this Monday morning. It is the 20th day of June 2022. So much to talk about from the world of sport, but also in our news bulletins. So first, a rundown of what news items we shall be taking a look at today. We shall start with the Deputy President. He's in Nakuru taking his Kenya Kwanza campaign brigade on tour in Nakuru. John Jacob Kuria is our reporter in Nakuru. And also today at the Integrity Center, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, there is an announcement they're going to make based on ethical issues, and Ruth Wamboi is our reporter at the EACC. There is a peace caravan by communities from the northeast and also the north of the country. Arden is our reporter, and NHIF and Rosha Kenya will be signing a memorandum of understanding at the Kenyatta University Teaching and Referral Hospital. Nancy Okware is going to be a reporter at that event. So stay tuned with us throughout as we take you through the news of the day and also what's going to be happening in this very busy week for sports locally. And the conversations that we're going to be having, 3 of them today. Let me start with the tail end. We shall have Samuel Muturi and Faith Wamboi. They take part in canoeing and kayaking, whitewater canoeing and whitewater kayaking, and they will be here. They're headed for the World Championships. Wamboi won the Junior Championship in Sagana, and Samuel Muturi is a recipient of the National Olympic Committee of Kenya Solidarity Scholarship as he prepares for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. And the second one, well, you all know her, Ondiraya Magwiji, Pauline Shegu. On Nizanka, she's going to be taking part in the WRC Safari Rally. And she is in Naivasha doing reconnaissance, recce as they call it in rally language. This time round, she's going to be navigating, not driving. And the person who's going to be driving is a fellow member of the Lioness Rally Club, actually the founder of the Lioness Rally Club, Lisa Christopherson. They shall be joining us via Zoom, and that is from 10:45 a.m. Then, the first conversation that we are going to have, it's hybrid, by the way, because our reporter Michael Mwandiga is in Mombasa and he's with the national beach volleyball team that is preparing for the Commonwealth Games that will take place in Birmingham, England from the 28th of July to the 8th of August. And guess what? You're going to watch the games live on KBC Channel 1. Don't miss that. And just before that, 4 days before that, the World Athletics Championships will have come to a close. And guess where you will be watching the World Athletics Championships? KBC Channel 1. And in studio, told you that the beach volleyball interview is hybrid. We've got the team manager of the beach volleyball team. He leads the local commission at the KVF, Moses Mbuthia, and welcome.
Thank you.
And for Team Kenya, you came back to the country on Thursday, and no resting. The team went down to Mombasa, yes, where they're camping. But you come from the World Beach Volleyball Championships, yes, that actually came to a close last night. Norway winning the men's competition, and from some of the videos you've shown me, it's a game that attracted a lot of interest. Sure. But 3 matches that Kenya played against Italy, they lost in straight sets, 21-8, 21-9. Against Germany, they lost 21-11 and 21-13. And the final match against Poland, 21-8, 21-17. What was the experience and your view of that competition?
As you can see, every day the girls were progressing because they had just landed from Tunisia. Don't forget that, because they had gone there for club championship. And immediately after that, they didn't manage to go to Mombasa for training. So I can tell you, we went to Italy without training. And this was a major drawback to us. And we have no time now to regret, because now we have time to train for the Commonwealth Games. So maybe to answer you directly, the girls did what they have done. And had they trained, I can tell you, for example, the case of Poland, we were beating Poland.
Well, the third set, the scores do not lie, 21-17.
Yes.
And what really ticked in that second set, because 21-8 in the first, 21-17 in the second?
These girls, as I've told you, they just landed in Rome and they had not trained. The Black City Zagara was with the prison team. And Mbuthia Makoha could not just train alone in Mombasa because the other two girls, Wavinya, Veronica, and Naomi To, they were all in Tunisia. But Kenya, we like giving scapegoats. So here we're not giving a scapegoat, we're saying the girls had not trained. And it should be squarely blamed on us officials. Yes, but I can tell you that whatever we have ahead of us, things are very bright. And you know very well from the word go. From 2018, we have revolutionized beach volleyball. We have not just gone for Olympics. We have gotten the silver medal in all African games. We are now from World Championship. I mean, we are heading to Commonwealth Games. The world is endless, and we are good to go.
Now, the one thing about beach volleyball that a lot of people need to understand is that it is based on a pairing. So it is different from indoor volleyball, the six-a-side. These are two players, and once they are a team, they've got to roll on. Now, the initial team was Naomi To and Gaudentia Makwaha from 2017 World Championships. And they also played, you know, at the African Championships, at the African Games. What has been that journey of the national team if we go back 5 years?
Naomi To got injured her tendons, and she was operated on, and that now meant that we get another person to replace her. And Braxidi Zagara came in Heidi during that time because she was voted the most valuable player during the conventional volleyball.
Yes.
We talked to her and she was able to come to beach volleyball, and she has been able to learn some few tricks. She is improving on daily basis. So the pairing, as you've said, purely depends on the two individuals. I can give you an example. In Italy, one of the Italian team had to, their game ended midway because one of the player got injured. And you cannot replace. It is just 2 and 2. That is the team.
So back to my original question, from 2017, there has been the growth, and the ranking and even how a team is selected is actually based on how the two individuals progress in championships, the beach volleyball world circuit, and the competitions that they take part in. What was the, you know, before Naomi got injured, how well had the two progressed, Gaudentia and Naomi?
Gaudentia has an international repute because she has participated in the World Championship. Not 1, not 2, not 3. And she's been in Netherlands, she has been in Poland, she has been in German. And her wealth of experience has helped her to grow. And she's also pulling others. I can tell you this girl has a passion for the game because she even, whatever little per diem that she got, she bought her own balls on our way back. Because what we have been using are fake balls, for your information.
Now, we'll be coming back to that, and he's mentioned about fake balls. Now, this is what I have in my hands, a legitimate beach volleyball. This is what's supposed to be used. And it's actually signed. Rome, Gaudentia, she's there, 2022 one. This is a beach champ. And when Mbuthia, you know, the story, you say that you've been using the wrong equipment, fake balls.
Yes.
Tell us the story about how you got to get the legitimate ones in Rome.
Yes. So when we went to Italy, we were told you're using fake. They use the word fake. And quickly I had to go to the organizers, the Italians.
The Italians.
Because when you're training, they have to look at what you're using.
This is a fake.
Yes. And immediately after that, we called Mr. Owino. Owino is the head coach. And I told him, try to investigate on what these people are telling us. Only to find out that what we have been using does not match with what the world... This is VL S300. We've been using a ball that is of low standard. And maybe when you ask the question why we didn't perform well, that could have been one of the reasons. But now that's behind us. What we did, we landed in Kenya. The first thing that we did, we went to Nairobi Sports House, sold this idea to the MD of Nairobi Sports House, that from today, if you're importing balls, let this ball be of this nature. We informed the chairman of Kenya Volleyball Federation, the president of Kenya Volleyball Federation, and the entire executive, and now we are good to go.
Now, there is also another interesting story, is that the purchase of these balls in Rome was assisted by a person who's represented the country.
Yes.
Just tell
I must thank one man by the name John Dongo. John Dongo plays for a professional beach volleyball in Italy, and he did not just help us in buying the balls, he also assisted the team in transportation to the training, and we were able to be driven in all the major centers where we have beach volleyball in Italy. We were able to learn that beach volleyball in Italy starts at age 8, and we have classes that goes on. As we are coming back, we're coming back with wealth of experience, and again, we are very ready to go. Wherever he is, Bwana John Dungu, you did a wonderful job. You played for the national team, both convectional and beach volleyball, and God will reward you one day for what you did. Thank you.
All right. Now, let's come up to something else about beach volleyball when it comes to the pairings, is that they earn points by playing together. And when it comes to, say, for example, rankings towards the Olympics or the World Championships, if one player gets injured, do you now end up in a scenario where you start collecting points afresh?
Yes, I will tell you today that the homologated circuits that we have in Kenya assisted us a lot. And if you can remember, in Ghana, we didn't do very well. We were not number 1, but we were given a wild card for what we had done in the past. So as you're saying, there is that individual point, but also there is that group point. And we have now, for example, if the team will not all go to Birmingham, we shall have to make sure that the second team will have to go to Morocco, because we have a continental championship, just to earn points in preparation for not only the African Games, but also for Paris 2024 Olympics.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell us now the process of earning points and where the players must be.
Anytime you participate in a championship, you earn points. The moment you land there, and this championship is homologated, it is recognized from Switzerland by the FIVB. There is points that goes into the system. So what we were doing in Italy, already we have earned ourselves points. Before going to Italy, we were, I can't remember what number we were, but now we are number 27 in the world. Well, we are number 1 in Africa.
Yes.
But you can imagine, like, even the team like Brazil did not just take one team, had more than 4 pairs, because they have been doing very well. And they look at the pair, not as a country, but as a team, as you have said.
Yeah. So in this case, the Kenyan top pair at the moment is
Black Cities
Agala
and
Gaudentia
Makoha.
Now, the other pairing that you've had, there's Violet
Odhiambo and Naomi To.
Yes.
And then we also have Wavinya and Kasati.
And Kasati.
Yes.
So having those 3 pairs is, how then do you keep this going?
One, we have also a disadvantage, and it is an advantage in disguise, because Wavinya and Veronica, they have been selected in the national team. They are leaving for Brazil, I think, anytime starting today. That means we are left with Naomi To and Gaudentia. But we also have other young players coming in. And Fosca, they are now in the camp down in Mombasa. So to answer your question directly, I have said we are also trying to promote others. If we just zero in on the 3 pairs, then we might shoot our legs. And I don't know why you're also forgetting the men volleyball. I mean, the beach volleyball men, who are number 6 in all African games.
We'll be coming to the men's side, but our focus mainly is on the Commonwealth Games. Right. Remember, the games are going to be live on KBC Channel 1 from the 28th of July to the 8th of August. Now, Mbuthia, what the other lessons that are, for beach volleyball have been the Olympic Games. What was the overall outcome for the team that made its debut after they qualified through Africa?
Yes, once again, I must thank Braxidi Zagara and Gaudentia Makoha, who made it to the Olympics, and they did very well. Don't forget that they played against Brazil, who are the winners now of this championship. So we are among now the G8. We can now say we are in the league of the G8.
Probably G20. We know who the G8 are.
In beach volleyball now, we can, as I told you, we are rubbing shoulders now with Netherlands, Poland, Germany, name it, Italy. And so ours is not just rubbing shoulders with them. Now we want to improve our game and be counted now among the top 10 best teams in the world. Yes.
Well, for the Commonwealth Games, Kenya went out to Ghana. They played there, and that was a qualification process. Finished third, but at that point, Kenya were top in Africa, and they were amongst the 5 nations in the top in the Commonwealth Games, which meant that the World Card was there. When you speak to Coach Mulinge and the team, what were the things they found out in Ghana that they needed to work on?
Well, when the organization was not as that one of Italy, but we understand we are developing countries and we cannot keep on blaming ourselves. But there's something that they also learned, that the African countries are now eager to learn the game, to lift up the standards of the game. And particularly Namibia, Mauritius, Mozambique, and all North African countries with beaches. And don't forget that one of the best teams, as we are talking, and they even sponsored themselves to Italy, though they had qualified, that is Egypt. They have a double coastline. Now they have, some of the players playing in the Mediterranean Sea, others on the Red Sea. And that's an added advantage. In a nutshell, we are saying, according to the coaches, Mulinge and Owino, and Madam Sally, who is now coaching the team, they said there is a lot that we need to learn. We are not yet there, but we need to be there.
So overall, one of the things that also comes with this sport, it's quick, it's fast, requires that. What is the coaching education that the KVF is giving to Mulinge and company?
We are not just focusing on Mulinge and the company. As we are talking right now, we have invited best coaches in the world from Brazil. They'll be landing in this country in a fortnight, and we shall be having a world, an international course, both for coaching and refereeing. We only have one international referee in volleyball. We have about 14 coaches. Zenga from Kitui. It's only Mr. Zenga who is a trained referee. And if you look at what we have now in Morocco, where we are supposed to take a team to Marrakech in Morocco, they are demanding that if we do not take a referee, there will be a fine. And we have only one referee. So that is why we have an international course that is due to take place in a fortnight. And as we are talking again for conventional volleyball, we have a level course training starting this morning from an instructor in Morocco.
Well, and yes, that means if I was Nzenga, I would be a very happy man because I would be guaranteed trips and save the country fines.
But he can also twist you.
But besides that, remember, we are speaking with Moses. He is the team manager of the beach volleyball. He heads commissioner of the KVF. And also remember, we shall be joining our reporter Michael Mwandiga, who is joining the team at the Flamingo Beach Hotel, where the team is training as they prepare for the Commonwealth Games. And looking now at the African scene, you're talking about the Marrakesh Championships. That's one for where you're going to send a team. What is the competitive nature that you'd like, to see from those who are available?
I want to tell you that we cannot stand up and start saying we are the best. What I saw in Italy, even with that Egyptian team that sponsored itself, they are good to go. The Moroccans are very good. Tunisians are good. And the Mozambique team, Namibia, and what have you. And you make a small mistake in volleyball, you're done. Any mistake is a point. So what we are telling our coaches is, can we have more training? Can we expose our girls in the best venues that we have in this country, particularly coastal region? But we have also established a number of them. NOC has made it possible for us in Strathmore University. They have added that. We have also established very good beach courts in Nyandarua, in a place called Kaba Technical School.
All right, Mr. Mbuthia, let me just interrupt you. And the pictures on your screens are live from Mombasa, where the national beach volleyball team is training. So you can, we've got Gaudentia Makoha, Braxidis Agala, you've got...
we have the coach herself, that is Madam Sarah.
Yes, Salome Wanjala is the team coach.
Yes, we have Naomi To. Yes. And we have Kasati, the one who was, I don't want to say painted her hair.
Dyed her hair.
That's your word.
No, that's dyed her hair. That's correct term.
I go with your term.
Yes. So there is the national team. Yes. And so, yes, we shall be getting to hear from them shortly. Michael Mwandiga is our reporter out there in Mombasa. So, and also they've got
the gentleman assisting them is also one of our best beach volleyball from prison in Mombasa. And he also participated in the Ghana championship, the one for Birmingham qualifiers. Yes.
All right. So there you've had it, the national team all training together under Coach Salome Wanjala. Well, in the volleyball calls, they would call her Sally Wanjala. Yes. So you were mentioning about, number one, not just the training, but the facilities. Yes. And for a long time, you know, Strathmore University used to host a number of circuits, a number of events for the men and also for the women. Yes. Getting, one, the correct type of sand, and number two, making the surface, getting it leveled.
Yes, I also noticed, for example, like in Italy, they didn't have a proper sand, but they had to import the sand. Kenya, we are well endowed with what God has given us. And even the one at Strathmore, what we have in the areas of Machakos is not bad. We have used it in the past. We've put sand in Nyayo Stadium, and we have done it very, very well. So Kenya, we cannot complain to God that we do not have what it takes. What we are lacking now is those other facilities. Fake balls, we do away with them. Then we have got, we learned from Dungu that just training the beach, you have to do so many other things, and you start from the tender age.
What is it that Ndungu told you, being a pro player in Italy, when it comes to this level of competition, before we even get to development?
Ndungu is very ready to assist Kenya in one, getting us the light equipment, getting sponsors from Italy. Don't forget that the Italians have also invested in Mombasa, in Malindi. And he has some connection. He's very ready to assist us. And other than that, we also have to assist ourselves by making sure that we train our coaches and our referees. And also, quietly talk to the Ministry of Education and have this game played in primary school and secondary school. That way, we shall be good to go.
And I'm sure when it comes to the secondary schools, we know who would push for it. It's right here in studio. But back to what Ndungu was telling you, you know, besides, you know, how you move around, what are some of the tidbits that he was passing over to the coaching team?
Well, the coaches were able to learn a lot, because what we did, we attended one of his training school. He has a school there. He training school. We sat down. We were able to see with our naked eyes whatever is required to be done in training. And Owino was able, he was down there with the notes, and we have said we learned a lot. We may not be able to enumerate all those points here, but experience is the best what?
Is the best teacher.
Yes.
And I'm sure Coach Salome Wanjala is going to be giving us, you know, details about that in a short while as Mike Mwandiga gets ready. As you can see, that is Team Kenya in training in Mombasa as they prepare for the Commonwealth Games. Yes. Now, let's talk about the local circuit that you say that's been homologated. We have seen the events in Makueni,
in
Homa Bay,
in Mombasa.
And in Mombasa.
Yes.
Tell us about that circuit, because that's where, you know, the national team coaches will pick the players from.
Yes. As you've mentioned, one, use the term homologated. A team can come from without and participate in our tournament. We've had one in Kwale. We had one, a very successful one in Mombasa, where we had sponsorship from Deep Heat. And there was cash awards. And these are some of the attractions that make people come. Then we had another very successful one, courtesy of the governor of Makueni, that is Mr. Kivuda Kibwana, Honorable, or His Excellency Kivuda Kibwana, very successful one. We also had another one in Homa Bay, courtesy of Professor Owiti, the governor of Homa Bay. Very successful one in the shores of Lake Victoria, in Rusinga Island, and also in the areas of this other end of Mbuthia.
So, when you say homologated, what do you, and I say that I'm going to host Wahome Beach Volleyball, what will you require from me?
This one must be sanctioned by the FIVB. The FIVB must come and, using Google, find out where you're going to have it. Like in Makueni, we had told them that we'll do it in River Kaiti. But so happened that the river had overflown. We had to ferry them Changa to the stadium. Yes. They had to question us. You had told us that you do it in the riverbank. What happened? We had to do a lot of explanation. So it is not just a local thing. It is being monitored on what you're doing, how many teams. If there are less than 16 teams, it cannot be considered. Yes. So some of the conditions that we are given by the world body, and which are meant to improve the game anyway.
So number one is location, and they will use Google Maps.
Yes.
Go down to street level and see what is there. That is number one. How many?
Number.
How?
Not less than 16
teams.
Yes.
Participating.
Yes.
That means
men, women. I think for women it's 12, for men is 16. But I can confirm that from Coach Muninge.
That is 28 teams.
Yes, like in Homa Bay, we had to wait for teams to arrive because we were short of 2. And we had to continue communicating with them in Switzerland. And it so happened that when they arrived, quickly we started. It's being monitored.
Okay.
Yes.
That is 28 teams.
Yes.
Terms of equipment.
You must use the proper. Now, according to us, we were using the proper whatever.
Okay, that can be picked up.
Must have at least 2 playable courts with the sand above 40 centimeters. And then all the other conditions, I mean, all the other requirements are you must have banners, you must tell the world what you're doing. And the other things are normal thing. You must have enough referees. You must make sure that they are in uniform. They must be in the beach kits that only cover the. Let me stop there.
Okay. All right. Yes, they must be dressed appropriately for beach volleyball.
Exactly.
Which means barefoot.
We would not expect Wakurino in the beach. Yes. Sorry to say.
No. All right. No, they will. But they will. I mean, it's just the headgear.
I'm talking about the attire. You know that sometimes they also put on up to.
Okay.
Yes.
So the kits, even the team kits, must be appropriate.
Yes, must be proper. They must the numbering, even the size of the number. It must suit what is required. You cannot just put number 1 from here to whatever. There is a size that is required. Yes.
Now, let's talk about where the circuit will be next.
Yes, we have been affected by the club championship, the world championship, where Kenya team is traveling to Netherlands. Of course, first through Brazil and Zambia. We want to thank a company that sponsored our team. And to answer your question directly, is that the very many activities have made us stop our circuit. And we hope to start our circuit in the month of August, so that at least we continue earning points. And our circuits are homologated. They are recognized. And this has made it possible for Kenya teams now to be considered by the FIVB.
Well, Moses Mbuthia with us here is a team manager of the beach volleyball national team and also is in charge of beach volleyball at the Kenya Volleyball Federation. Right now, let us join our reporter in Mombasa, Michael Mwandiga, who is with Team Kenya. He's going to be speaking with Coach Salome Wanjala, Braxidis Agala, and will also be speaking with Gaudentia Makoha. Over to you, Michael Mwandiga.
Well, good morning to you, Wahome. We are coming to you live from Mombasa. We are here with the Kenyan team, which is training for the beach volleyball in preparations for the Commonwealth Games, which will be held between the 25th of June and 25th of July rather, and between 25th of July and 8th of August this year, and will be held in Birmingham City in the United Kingdom. And I'm hereby joined by Coach Wanjala, who just brief us what is happening here at the beach and so far the camp, what is going on. Salome, habari asubuhi, na tueleze kwa sasa camp iko namna gani na timu inaendelea vipi? Utakuwa unatazama kamera.
Okay, camp iko sawa, kila kitu iko sawa, hakuna tatizo lolote ambalo tuko nalo kwa saa hizi.
Na wachezaji wako katika fomu gani kwa sasa?
Saizi siwezi sema wako form ile mzuri, but kwa sababu wao wengine wametoka Rome wakatujoin from World Championships, walitujoin on Friday, so we still a lot of work to do ndio tujue wako form gani.
Okay.
Asante.
Na kwa ukiangalia jinsi training camp ya nyuma na sasa kuhusiana na hii ya Commonwealth Games, labda ni ushindani gani mkali ambao mnatarajia katika hizi games?
Katika pool yetu tuko na New Zealand, tuko na Canada, tuko na Ghana. Teams zote tatu ziko sawa kwa sababu kila mtu ametrain na anataka kushinda. So siwezi sema ni timu gani iko rahisi ama ni gani iko ngumu. Kila timu ni ngumu, but we have to do our best to win some matches.
Okay, na weather kwa sasa Mombasa imewafavor kweli katika matayarisho yenu?
Weather si mbaya, although sometimes it's raining, sometimes ni jua, but kukinyesha Mombasa haikai sana kama Nairobi. Inanyesha maybe for 10 minutes imeisha, tuna stop for 10 minutes, tunaendelea na mazoezi ikishaisha. Yeah.
Na utakuwa unaweza kunitia wachezaji niweze kuzungumza nao pia. We'll be talking to players. One of them is Gardencia and Braxidis, who just give us their insight on the preparations of the Commonwealth Games, which I said earlier on will be played between 25th of July and 8th of August this year at Birmingham City in the UK. And I'm hereby joined by one of the players who just tell us so far how are the preparations. Karibu sana, tuambie kwa majina unaitwa nani na tueleze tu kwamba kwa sasa matayarisho yako vipi?
Kwa majina naitwa Gaudensia Makoha, beach volleyball player national team. Matayarisho haiko mbaya. Tulifika juzi kutoka Italy from the World Championship. Kupata wenzetu wako camp, mazoezi inaendelea vizuri. Yeah. Na mwaka
2009 you have been in indoor games and now you have come to beach volleyball. How is the experience so far?
The experience has been super cool. I've been doing both beach volleyball and indoor volleyball. But the reason why I chose to play beach volleyball, it's not easy, and not all players are willing to play beach volleyball. And less, they call less people. So to make in the squad is a little bit easier than the indoor one. Yeah.
Okay, you played the Tokyo Games. How was the experience?
When we went to Tokyo Olympics, actually it was the first time for volleyball qualifying as a Kenya team. We went to Tokyo. Unfortunately, we landed in a pool of super teams, number 1, 2, and 3 ranked in the world, and we were 4 in the pool. So we lost all our matches, but we got a lot of experience. Being that Blackie, this was the second time she was playing beach volleyball. We got a lot of experience, and I think now, at least we are somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, so far, and maybe playing this game doesn't require a lot of maybe coaching. It requires a lot of strategies. How are you moving around with it?
That's a challenge that beach volleyball has. If you are playing with a partner, you saw I was playing with Naomi since 2009. Unfortunately, 2019 she got injured, and after that she got a baby. Getting Blackie on the team, this was something that some of the coaches asked me, because beach volleyball you have to play like twins, and she has experience from indoor volleyball, playing for almost 17 years. I thought she was a perfect partner, because also she can tell me what to do and I can tell her what to do. It's all about coordination. If you are not having that connection, you're going nowhere.
And so far, how is the outlook of the Commonwealth Games?
This the first time Kenya will be featuring in Commonwealth for beach volleyball. I think we have been going to we had the last 3 championships, the Olympic qualifier, Olympics, and then World Championship. I think now we know we are somewhere. We got a lot of experience, and I think what we can promise Kenyan fans, that we are going to do our best, really our best.
Okay, earlier on you had captained Malikia Strikers. How was the experience being captaining the Malikia Strikers?
No, I was not the captain. Lucky she was the captain. I think
sorry for that mix-up. And so far, the camp now, matayarisho yako namna gani na hali ya hewa imewafavor kweli hapa Mombasa kwa matayarisho?
Yesterday we didn't train because it was raining the whole day. And now it's sunny and it's windy. So we're trying to work with the condition. And we don't know the condition that will be in Birmingham, but I think we're featuring up well, and we are training twice a day. We are doing, in the morning, we are doing a lot of physical training, and in the afternoon or during the day, we are doing ball works and everything. Yeah.
Okay, so far I'll also be getting guidance. Braxidis will just be telling us the experience. How is it here? Maybe you can just call her so that we may be talking to her to give us experience so far regarding their preparations. Remember, Team Kenya is here preparing at our beach here in Mombasa. The camp, as the coach has said earlier on, they are in good form and they're just waiting for they're just waiting when the games will start, so that they'll be representing Kenya in this Commonwealth Games, which will be held in Birmingham City. And so far, what they have said is the weather is convenient for them, just for these preparations. Karibu sana, tueleze kwa majina, unaitwa nani, na so far training iko namna gani?
Kwa majina naitwa Praxidis Khadambi. So far training iko sawa.
Na matatizo yote ambayo mmekumbana nayo kwa sasa wakati mnajitayarisha?
Labda tu facilities ndio haziko up to standard. Kama balls tuko na chache, training kit, kila mtu anatrainia nini yake. Hatuna ile yenye tunaweza vaa kama one team ndio tukitrain hata hiyo timu wake ikuje.
Na so far ukiangalia matayarisho ya sasa, mnatarajia nini ama mnatarajia ushindani gani wakati mnapoelekea katika hizi Commonwealth Games huko Birmingham?
Ningependa thank Nok so much kwa kutuleta camp mapema. 2 months training ni training nzuri sana. So as we go to the Commonwealth Games, I know we are going to perform well.
Okay. Na labda kwa miaka 5 iliyopita, how is the experience so far?
So far beach mimi nimecheza tu 2 years, but the 2 years have been good. I thank God. Juu labda kama si beach volleyball ningekuwa sahi nimeacha kucheza.
Na ku-captain the Mbuthia Strikers, how was it?
It was fun. I liked Mbuthia because walikuwa ile timu yenye ilikuwa ile wakati walikuwa na teamwork, walikuwa na upendo, na ndio kwa maana ulikuwa unaona kila kitu ilikuwa ina flow. Yaani walikuwa na respect kwa kila mtu. No matter kama wewe ni mkubwa, kama wewe ni mdogo, respect ilikuwa, na teamwork yao ilikuwa mzuri sana.
Okay. Ukiangalia katika hii beach volleyball ni kwamba sana haihitaji vile kuwa na coach sana. Inahitaji kuwa na strategies. So far unaiona ikoje kilinganishwa na indoor games?
Ni ngumu ujuu saa zingine bila coach. Mkiwa ile volleyball ya kawaida mko na coach, yeye ako nje, anaona kitu yenye mnafanya makosa na waambia, lakini beach volleyball wewe na partner wako nyinyi wote wawili ni coaches. So wewe inafaa urekebishe partner wako na partner wako anafaa afanye nini akurekebishe. Na saa zingine juu mko kwa game hautaona hiyo makosa. So ni ngumu kidogo bila coach.
Okay, and how was your experience in Rome?
It was a very good experience kwa sababu tulimit the top ranked teams na tukaona venye wanacheza na venye sisi tunacheza. Wametuacha sana, lakini na mazoezi na tukipata good infrastructure tutaweza.
Na umewahi kuchezea klabu kama vile Prisons, experience iko namna gani kionyesha kwamba kwa sasa hii ni timu imekutanisha wachezaji mbalimbali?
Iko tu sawa, mimi kwangu niko sawa. Unajua ukiwa mchezaji lazima ukue ready kumingle na kila mtu. Huwezi chagua ati huyu ni wa klabu yangu, huyu ni wa klabu nyingine, hapana. Lazima ukue friends. Hata kama hiyo friend ni hapa tu kwa uwanja, juu beach mko tu wawili, lazima mkue marafiki. No matter what, lazima mkue marafiki.
Na so far mliwahi kushinda katika women championships. How is the experience getting into consideration kwamba pia kuna wachezaji pia wapi ambao pia hamjacheza nao kwa muda mrefu wamejiunga katika timu?
Iko tu yani sijui naiweka aje, but mimi nataka hao wachezaji wenye wamekuja wapya wakuwe na passion, wasiweke pesa mbele. Sasa hivi wachezaji wa sasa hawana hiyo passion ya kuchezea nchi yao. Yani hao wanaona nikiitwa Mbuthia na kuna sponsor ni pesa. Hata bila hiyo pesa sisi tulikuwa tunacheza na tulikuwa tunafanya. So mimi nawaomba wakuwe na hiyo passion na hiyo moyo na pesa itakuja baadaye. Ukiwa mchezaji mzuri, tuseme Mbuthia wamekupatia hiyo chance ya kuchezea national team. Ukienda huko nje, ukicheza vizuri kuna timu itakuona na hiyo ni pesa. So wasikuwe na hiyo mind ya pesa hapa nyumbani, wakuwe na mind ya kuchezea nchi yao kwa upendo na wakuwe na hiyo passion na wataenda mbali.
Okay, sasa shukran sana. As she has put it, they are really preparing well for the Commonwealth Games, which will be held in Birmingham City in the United Kingdom. And as she has put it, is that the players need to have that passion for the game and just put aside the monetary side of it, but make sure sure that they play in togetherness to ensure that the Kenyan team is strong as they prepare for the Commonwealth Games. And they're expecting they're expecting a lot of competition, maybe from Team Ghana and other teams from Africa in the Commonwealth Games. And that's all we have. Wahome from the training camp here in Mombasa, and back to you.
Thank you very much, Michael Mwandiga. He is in Mombasa, giving us, speaking with Team Kenya to the Commonwealth Games, the two lead players who just came back from Rome at the World Championships, Braxidi Zagala, better known as Blackie, Gaudentia Makoha, and the two of them, giving their experiences and, having played, both conventional volleyball and also now they are playing beach volleyball for the national team. And Mbuthia, you mentioned this earlier.
Yes.
The ball.
Yes.
And the players had to buy their own their own volleyballs.
This is for Gaudentia, to tell you the truth, yes. I think you have heard it from the horse's mouth, and I do not need to amplify what you've heard from them. What we need now to move as elders is to concretize what they have said and make it happen, because that is why we are in leadership. If we do not do what they're telling us, then we have no business being in the federation. You have to improve on facilities, get the right balls, the proper nets, antenna, name it. And most importantly, you've heard that patriotic bit on when you are representing your country. I can tell you, we also did not have per diem when we left for Italy. We said, there is no money, yes, but we have got the air ticket provided by the NOC, but let's go and come back.
Well, and you've heard that also from Blackie Agala, who simply said, please go out there, represent your country, somebody will identify you, and there you'll have a career that's going to come your way and in a good way. Now,
yes.
Mbuthia, let's now also, you've mentioned about the circuit coming through.
Yes.
And the question everyone's asking is the men's side.
Yes.
What's the work that's
tell
going on?
you, as I'm talking to you here, one worry that I do have is that our men have not been able to get the points that our ladies have managed to. And if we do not take our team to Morocco, the forthcoming Continental Championship, our goose may be cooked. And we are pleading, because there is no money from the government. Any well-wisher would help us take the men and women team. We don't even mind, just the two pairs, lady and men and women, and have them participate, because through that participation we shall earn points that will help us consolidate our final points for both our African Games and Pali 2020. Our men are not badly off, I want to say, because if you look at what they did, all African Games, they were number 6. When they went down in Ghana, they were, I think, number 5. And if you look at even what they have been doing, even in conventional volleyball, one time all African Games, they were number 3. Our club championship, one time Kenya Prison were number 2 in Africa. But we have made sure that we only amplify about Kenya volleyball women. It is the high time that you also start taking care of the boy child. Yes.
Well, so long as they don't keep disappearing anytime they are invited here. Yeah. So, because we know they also have got,
yes,
an active circuit for them.
Yes.
So the next 1 year, mention the events that are necessary, especially for the men, to help them go up the rankings, and also for, to keep the women where they are.
Yes. I want to tell you that in a month's time, we shall be subjected to another universal suffrage where we shall be voted in, hoping that the new office that will find what we have done. I'm not saying that I'm not contesting. If I'm given a new mandate, from where I have started, I want to make sure now that we shall not be talking about the points. We shall always be at the top and have the qualification, both at World Championship, we have gone, Olympic, we have gone. We want now to remain there, God willing. So I'll ask Kenyans, those who are voters, that give us another mandate, and we shall revolutionize this game once and for all.
And for the kind of support, you know, that the girls may want from the National Olympic Committee of Kenya, how are you working with them to ensure that by the time Team Kenya leaves around the 25th of July for Birmingham, that everything is in place for them, no injuries, you know, that they picked up the right skills and adapted to the appropriate equipment?
We have one man by the name Mr. John Ogora. Mr. John Ogora is the CDM. He's doing a wonderful job. Give Devo his due. You know very well that I contested for the post in NOC, but I was beaten. But they are doing a good job. And that is where we are supposed to be. That give credit where it's due. They are doing a wonderful job. You have even heard the girls say that they have given them how many months?
2 months.
2 months. And that, to me, it's a big boost. The other teams are all in Kasarani, and I'm not the one who is supposed to be speaking about it, but I'm saying, as a Kenyan, I'm happy with what they are doing. Sometimes they come in last minute, like the case of Italy. They came in last minute and helped the team. Because if we were to wait for the bureaucracy, sorry to say, of the Ministry of Sports, would have not taken our team to Italy. Thank you, NOC. You're doing a good job.
All right, Mr. Moses Mbuthia, thank you very much for gracing our studios this morning. One final word for Team Kenya as they prepare for the club games.
Well, the girls who are leaving this country for Brazil, Zambia and Netherlands, we wish you well. We know very well that their companies were coming in on board to assist you. We have the Mozart done their bit. We have the Zoe Mafuta, they have come in on board. And any other company, please assist our girls as we move forward. We also have our league for the men, because men are not going for World Championship. And we are hoping that we shall get the university ground where we shall have our games played on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And for those who have gone for the level 2 coaching clinic at Nyayo, we also wish you well. We have also foreigners who have joined in from Tanzania, from Uganda, from South Sudan, and they are in also for that level 2 course.
All right. Thank you very much, Moses Mbuthia. He is a member of the Executive Board of the Kenya Volleyball Federation. It's a Beach Volleyball Commission, and is a TM of the beach volleyball side. Asante sana.
Thank you.
Right. So, first of all, like to say, Asante, that this is Gaudensia.
This is Gaudensia Ball.
So we need
taking it to Mombasa.
To go back
the
to
next
Mombasa.
Flight is going down coast.
Yes, she must use the correct equipment.
And for the team managers who are buying balls, before you buy now, please get some information from us and also from the girls. You'll get the light mpira ya kucheza beach volleyball.
Sawa.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.